Hello everyone, I am Shum. I reflect on my journey as a student of NIT Raipur, pursuing my studies in first semester of IT branch, guided by Anup Kumar Tiwari sir. I embark on this path of self-introspection, exploring my thoughts, feelings, and experience. I am Shivam Kai seeking to understand myself better. My first question to myself is my favorite way to spend the day is my favorite way to spend day is by doing some things that makes me feel calm, refreshing and connecting to myself. I love starting the morning slowly, maybe with a warm drink and some peaceful music. As the day goes on, I enjoy spending time with nature, walking, sitting under the sky, or just breathing fresh air. I also like learning something new, watching something inspiring, or talking to someone close to me. Even simple things like reading, cooking a meal, or organizing my space makes me feel grounded. For me, this perfect day is not about big adventures. It's about the little moments that brings joy, peace, and comfort. That's what makes the day feel truly meaningful. My second question to myself is if I could talk to my teenage self, I would say, if I could talk to my teenage self, I would tell them to breathe, slow down, and stop being so hard on themselves. I would say that it's okay to not to have everything figured out because life unfolds in its own time. I did remind them that mistakes are not failure, they are lessons that shapes who you become. I would encourage them to trust their own voice instead of worrying about what other things. I did tell them to take care of their mental health, choose friendly voice, and never lose confidence just because of temporary struggles. Most of all, I would say you are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you believe, and everything you are dreaming of will come with patient effort and self belief. The third question to myself is two moments I will never forget in my life. First moment I never forget in is when I choose something I had been working on for a long time. The effort, the stress, the late night, it all felt worth it when I succeeded. The moment it gave me pride, confidence, and belief that I would overcome challenges. Second unforgettable moment is an emotional memories with some very chosen to me. It may have been a conversion, a hug, or a moment support that I stay with me because it made me feel understood and valued. These two memorable are special because they represent two sides of life. One is about growth and achievement, and other is love and connections. Together, they remind me truly matters. 30 things that makes me smile. Many small things makes me smile. Sunrise, music, good food, rain, long walk, family, friends, pets, kindness, laughter, cozy evening, holidays, memories, fresh airs, nature, flowers, sunsets, warm hug, helping others, surprises, stars, peaceful nights, achieving goals, learning new things, silence, movies, creativity, compliments, and good conversion. These little moments bright light into every life. A fifth question to myself is a moment experienced through the body and senses. I stand in kitchen, feel the warm sunlight touching my arms, the sound of oil squeezing, feel the air, the smell of a fresh vegetable rising softly, mixed with the warmth of the stove. My finger moves carefully, holding a spoon. My feet shifts on a cool floor. I hear the quiet rhythm of my own breathing as it stirs. The steam touches my face gently. The whole moment feels alive through sounds, textures, heats, and movement, without any thoughts or emotions, just a body experience everything around it. Sixth question to myself is the word I did like to live by are. The words I did like to live by are simple but meaningful. Be kind, stay humble, keep growing. Kindness helps me connecting with people with warmth and understanding. Humility reminds me that life is bigger than my ego and that every person has something to teach. Growth pushes me to improve every day, learning from experience and become better version of myself. The words guides my choice and my relationship and the way I face challenges. They reminds me stay grounded and open heart. A seventh question A seventh question to myself is couldn't imagine living without. I couldn't imagine living without the love, support and presence of the people who truly matters to me. Their encouragement gives me strength, their smile gives me hope and their presence makes my life feel meaningful. Whether it's family, close friends or someone who understands me deeply, having those connections makes me every struggle easier and every joyful brighter. Life feels completely because of a people who stands with me, guide me and appreciate me for who I am. A eighth question to myself is when I am in pain. A kindest thing I can do for myself is when I am in pain, emotionally or physically. A kindest thing I can do for myself is slow down and give myself a permission to rest. I try to breathe and relax my body and take a break from everything that overwhelms me. Sometimes I listen to calm music, talk to someone I trust, or simply sit in silence. Most important thing is not to judge myself for living hurt, but treating myself gently the way I would treat myself I love. The healing takes time and allows myself that time is the greatest kindness. A ninth question to myself is the people who genuinely supports me are. The people who genuinely supports me are those who show up consistently. Family members are who cares for me, friends who listen without judging, and mentors who guide me when I am lost. There are people who celebrates my achievements and stand by me during the difficult times. They support me not because of what I have, but because of who I am. Spending time with them brings comfort, strength, and positivity. They reminds me that I am never alone. Question to myself is what unconditional love looks like for me. Unconditional love for me is love that remains steady through both good and bad times. It's patient, understanding, and free from judgment. It means supporting someone even when they are in struggle, listening when they feel lost, and stay even when the things aren't perfect. Unconditional love does not accept perfections. It accepts faults, forgives mistakes, and offers comfort. It feels safe, warm, and honest, like a place where you can be a true self without fear. 11th question to myself is am I using my time wisely? To understand if I am using my time wisely, I look at how I spend my day. I check whether my actions matches goals. If I am learning, growing or doing things that help my future, then my time is being used well. I avoid spending too much of a distraction or things that don't add values. I try to balance work, stress, and personal life. Using this time wise on doesn't mean being busy every minute. It means choose that truly matters. A 12th question to myself is, I am taking anything for granted. This question reminds me to slow down and appreciate life. Sometimes we forget to value our health, family, friend, or even small comfort like food, home, and opportunities. When I reflect on this, I try to feel grateful for what I have instead of always wanting more. Realizing what I take for granted helps me because more humbly thankful and aware of blessing around me. A 13th question for myself is, am I employing a health perspective? A health perspective means looking at life in a balanced way. Instead of focusing only on problem, I try to see solution. I remind myself that challenges are temporary and that I have come over difficulties before. I also avoid comparing myself to others and focus on my own journey. A health perspective helps me staying calm, positive, and open minded, even when things do not go my way. 14th question for myself is, am I living true to myself? Living true to myself means following my values, beliefs, and goals instead of trying to please everyone. It's about being honest with what I want in life and making choice that reflects who I am real. When I live true to myself, a feeling more confident and peaceful. I try to avoid pretending or changing just to fit in. Being a real is more important than being perfect. A 15th question for myself is, am I waking up in a morning ready to take the day? This question helped me in understanding my motivation. If I wake up energized and excited, it means I am connected to my goals. But if we wake up tired or unmotivated, I try to find reasons. Maybe I need better sleep, better plans, or more positive habits. Preparing my mind at night, setting small goals, and keeping a routine help me start the day with purpose and confidence. 16th question for myself is, am I thinking negative thoughts before I fall asleep? To answer this, I try to notice what usually happen in my mind at night. Before sleeping, my thoughts slowly down, and that when worries or overthink can appear. If I catch myself playing past mistake, imagining worst scenario, or tracing about tomorrow, it means negative thoughts are taking over. These thoughts can make me it harder or to sleep and affect my mood the next day. So I reflect that what I am thinking about when I lie in bed. If a thought makes me answer conscious, sad or restless, then things are negative. But if I shift my focus to calm breathing, gratitude or positive plans, the end of the day with a peaceful mind, noticing these patterns help me taking better control of my thoughts and create a healthier bedtime routine.